Hello, good afternoon. My name is Nick. This is my sign name. I'm a hearing ASL 4 student at the University of Connecticut, and my major is pharmacy. I decided to learn ASL because UConn requires 2 semesters of a language to graduate. For 2 years, I've tutored for the American Sign Language Department, and I joined the ASL Club spring break trip. So 14 of us drove to Washington, D.C., and we stayed in an Airbnb in a town called Bethesda. It's really close to D.C. We visited DC so that we could see some memorials, visit 2 schools for the deaf. The first one is Kendall, which is Kendall Demonstration School for the Deaf. The second one is MSSD, which is a national high school for the deaf. It's called Model Secondary School for the Deaf. We toured NAD and Gallaudet University. We wanted to experience turning our voices off and immersing ourselves in American Sign Language. And we also interpreted a song and filmed a music video. My favorite experience was at Kendall, playing with the 4 or 5-year-olds. It was so fun, and they're so cute. It took us about an hour to drive to DC from our house because of traffic, but when we finally arrived, we put earplugs in our ears, and we turned off our voices, and we just signed with each other and walked around DC. We visited the Air and Space Museum, which was really fun, but we noticed that some of the exhibits weren't wheelchair accessible. So there was a rocket where you could enter from the 2nd floor, and you had to walk down and up some stairs, but there weren't any ramps. So we also asked the information desk workers how we could request a tour. We saw some hearing people walking around with a tour, and we wanted to see how we could get a tour with interpretation services. And they told us that group tours must be scheduled in advance. All groups, whether it's deaf, hearing, it doesn't matter. So we said, that's fine. Can we schedule... Oh, they said that we can schedule online, and all Smithsonian museums, you can schedule interpretation services online for all of the museums around the National Mall. So they've never really communicated with pen and paper before, it looked like, and they were kind of shocked. They never experienced this before. So we asked them if they've seen the movie called The Silent Child. They said, no, we've never seen that before. We said, well, it won an award, an Oscar. And they said, okay. So we told them to watch it. It was only $2 on YouTube, and they said, yeah, we'll watch it. So at Kendall, normally the staff and Gallaudet students run the after-school program. But it's spring break, and so the Gallaudet students, they left the campus. So we go and we volunteer to run the program with the staff. The children eat snacks, and they play games, and they just run off energy until the parents pick them up, which is good for us. They really just do anything until their parents get them. And at MSSD, their after-school program has a lot of activities, and some examples are weightlifting, cooking, outdoor activities, and do-it-yourself. Do you enjoy using captions and watching your favorite shows on Netflix? Well, you should thank the NAD, the National Association for the Deaf. They're an advocacy group for the deaf community since 1880, and right now they're fighting Congress because of a bill, an amendment to the ADA, HR 620, and I'm going to link in a video that the NAD posted that explains how that affects the deaf community. I'm going to post it around here. Simply put, the bill passed the House of Representatives, and now the Senate can vote on the bill, but we hope that it expires or dies in the Senate and they just never vote on it. Gallaudet University is the only liberal arts college in the world, and they accept mostly deaf people as undergraduates. It was set up in 1864, and Congress gave the charter in 1864. The first superintendent was named Edward Minor Gallaudet, and his dad set up American School for the Deaf here in West Hartford in Connecticut. The school was originally called the Columbia Institution for Instruction of the Deaf, Dumb, and Blind, later becoming Gallaudet College and then finally Gallaudet University. After a week of interacting with deaf people and people who signed, my signings improved a lot. I went from thinking about what to say to just saying it. Filming the music video was a great experience, because the song's really about accepting yourself for who you are, whether you're white, black, deaf, hard of hearing, gay, straight, transgender, Catholic, atheist. It really doesn't matter. And I'll put a link to the video when it's available around here. And I wanted to make this video because I wanted to show my friends, my family, my classmates why I chose to take ASL. What makes it special? Why I attended the club trip twice. And while I'll continue to support and advocate for deaf people and people who benefit from the ADA. When I came to UConn, I knew absolutely no sign language. 3 years later, well, you can see for yourself. You can communicate with deaf and hard of hearing people and give access to communication just by learning sign language. You can always contact me, ask me questions, just for general information. Thank you for watching.